All right, welcome to another episode of Precision Auto Works. Remember last time? Actually, no. It's been a while since we filmed, but guess what happened last time? Big things have happened. As you can see, I'm in a different vehicle. And who's it? It's the guy behind the camera there. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do decontamination wash. See all the nitty gritty. Wish you could see it in my car, but it's tucked away in the garage, and it looks quite dark outside. So we're gonna go to Blondie's, my favorite place to wash, and then we'll go from there. But just in the cockpit view, you're in the 2018? 2017? No, 2018 Honda Accord Touring, which looks like an Audi, but it isn't. But you're only paying half the cost. So you can see, was it the 2.0 turbo engine, 9-speed automatic transmission, and you got HUD display, fully loaded, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all the above. And then you'll also see, if you can recap some of my videos, I think tire blooming, which you'll see on this vehicle also. The IronX, when I'll film, you're gonna see how it reacts to iron particles on a vehicle. Harder to see on darker vehicles. I wish I could probably show it on a white vehicle, which I'll probably show down the line. But this one, I'll show you just a quick brief preview. Whole vehicle is gonna be taken all apart, like basically any iron particles, any salt that was previous from the winter, you'll see it on here. I don't know what the previous owners did, or if there's any wax on there, they'll definitely take it off, and then we'll go from there. So let's make our way there, and then we'll get some action going. Oh yeah, blooper reel coming soon. I forgot about that. Oh, let's test this car out and see how much balls it's got. And it's actually not that bad. Smooth acceleration, no hesitation, and you get the safe gas at the same time. Props to Honda, sponsor me. And hot days like this, if it ever is hot. Today is actually not bad. It's like what, 20? 21. It's a little bit windy, but hot days in a leather vehicle, you got air-cooled seats in this thing. Something you'll have to pay an arm and a leg for like German vehicles, BMW, Audi, Mercedes. So think of it this way: half car review, half clean at the same time. But that's just my nature. I just love new vehicles. So, as 40 below winters that we had last time for the last filming, yeah. We're also the hotspot of Canada for COVID. Not knocking on us, but anyways.
Here we go again.
We're the Florida of Canada. I don't care what anyone says, that's the truth. So get your shots, anyone. It's COVID. So we can all return back to normal. So you got a nice infotainment in here too. Big screen, digital climate control. What's not to like, honestly? Oh, do you like your new car?
Yeah.
See, I wish I had a new car, but I'm an old man. I was like, I just like a big SUV now. But that is parked for the summer, if anyone's asking. What I'm gonna drive, I'll show you when we get back. I think you'll like it though. It's the most grandpa car, but the most fuel-efficient vehicle. It's only what? It's 20 years old and still looks brand new. My ass are like, well, you're a detailer. I'm like, why do you go to a car wash? I'm like, hey, if you don't have the resources, you want to do it at home, you gotta be resourceful. Use the resources at another facility if you need to. And if that means they have hot ends or anything like that. But you don't have to use a brush. So if anyone's questioning if they can do it on their own or start a business, trust me, you can do it. So we will go to the late stall so we don't get in trouble from the last video. And we will start here. So we're gonna do CarPro IronX. It's the most stinkiest thing alive. If you think it smells like death, it definitely does. But it works wonders. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna get a mask on so we don't get in trouble. And we will start doing that. Let's go. Alright. Oh, old man. Alright, so we got IronX here. This stuff smells. Like, I'm having a lid right now and it smells horrific. So if you think any doo-doo, anything that smells terrible, this smells just as bad. But what I'm gonna do, I don't have a conventional sprayer, so I'm gonna spray across the whole car and you'll see it react. And you'll see the particles react. It drips down a lot. Darker cars you probably have a harder time seeing. But it definitely is there. And then you do this after clay barring, that's for sure. Holy fuck, that smells. Right? If you know our camera guys complain, you know it stinks. But trust me, you'll have a nice smooth finish after. And this also works for brakes too, so if you have like massive brake dust, if you guys are driving anywhere in like sunny sides of like California, Vancouver, Toronto, any state, or any car that matters that emits a lot of brake dust, it's definitely gonna smell. And it's gonna pull off everything you need to. Sounds like a gardener spraying weed control on a lawn, but this isn't it. And people always ask how often should you do this, or if ever. I always say like twice a year, especially after winter or the beginning or the end of summer, that's for sure. Just because you never know what's on it. And people ask why this costs so much. It's this reason why, because it works so well. There's other variances of a decontamination wash, whether it's Chemical Guys or oh, there's another company, I forgot what it was. They all work the same, but I find this one, CarPro, has never failed me. So you guys make a solid product, CarPro, so keep doing what you're doing. On all finishes, even your tires, so don't worry about it. And as you can see, it's already dripping down. You see the purple, so that means your contaminants are basically falling off the vehicle. I'm gonna spray a little bit on this wheel here, and you're gonna see the reason why, especially with brake dust, if it reacts, it's gonna turn purple for sure. You see what I mean? So we give it a few minutes for the car to basically drip down. It's basically working. You don't see it a lot on a dark vehicle, but a white vehicle, you see those yellow particles that we mentioned on the last video? It's evident everywhere. It looks like your car is rusting, but evidently it isn't. It's just rail dust, any remnants of salt from winter and so forth on the vehicle, and basically this will activate and take it all off. So you let it sit for a few minutes, peels off. As you can see, it's already working because you can see the dripping down. Most of that matter. So whether it's a dark vehicle or a white vehicle, keep in mind it's always there. So I'm gonna clean these brakes here, and this car only has what, 26,000 kilometers, so it's about like 20,000 miles, maybe even less. Helps a lot with brake dust, especially bonded on your wheels. But this car is fairly new, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. So basically, brake dust can bond to anything, so you might not see it, or you might not care, but for the avid car cleaners and detailers, trust me, it saves you a lot of trouble. Just gonna finish off the wheel here. We'll let it sit for a few minutes, and then we're good to go. Now this, it's just super clean, diluted, 5:1. The only reason why I do that is if, say you want to look at the tires here, like the blooming, or so for that matter, even here. So it's basically when your tires react to like the oxidation in the environment, it gives off this color. So basically, if you see my tires before that, it never had any of that. So while we're here, while waiting to react, we're just gonna clean some of it. Anything that's a strong degreaser, you can like dilute it less and still get more, so don't worry about that part. Just let it sit. Soak time. Definitely gonna help with the pre-wash, so tires are kind of clean now, I'm just gonna go agitate them and spray them again. And just clean it properly. Because sometimes if you apply it, it doesn't really pull off. I'll show you. Do you need special tools? Not really. Oh crap. Too much technology in this car, as I showed you. Keyless entry. I'm not used to that yet. I need a key. Just a good old-fashioned brush. Something, as long as you have something to agitate the tires, that's all that matters. So you might have to do it like once, twice, or 3 times, depending on how dirty the tires are. But as you keep doing this over and over, it comes off and it becomes a tire like mine, or my Honda. Just like simple agitation like this, doesn't hurt, and you can see it's already reacting, it's like getting brown. You can see there's like a lot of stuff in there. Anytime you clean off a little bit, it gets a little bit better, and then you might not even have to apply tire dressing. But some people to each their own. Me, I'm not a tire shine kind of guy, but it all depends. And then some are afraid to like, is it gonna scratch the rim? No, this is safe enough that it'll get through anything. As you can see, it reacts quite nasty. It's just even simple agitating like that helps. So don't ever get discouraged when you need to clean, because trust me, this should be your passion, or it's a hobby, whatever you feel like is good. Me, I just like having clean cars, so if I see something that is dirty to me that may not be dirty for the next person, then you're not doing your job properly. But everyone has a different kind of cleanliness. You know? So it's kind of a good thing. My camera guy gets a free car wash out of it. We're never gonna dry it, so we'll take some time, but hey, hear the Bob Ross music, we'll just take care of it now. Right? Fiber, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you need. I don't care where you get it, as long as it's, actually I do care, but as long as it's nice and soft. Don't use the same one for the certain areas, because it definitely will scratch, as I told you before. So. As you can see, Honda, their Honda sensing's right here. So if you get that alarm saying like, hey, brake, that's where that sensor is. Don't cover it during the winter time or brush out the snow, otherwise you're gonna get warnings, especially in the winter time. And like I said, sedan makes you no different, so, oh, there we go. Where is your car? See, new cars, I just don't know where to open stuff. It's rare that you ever see me drying a car, because I never do. Because I let it dry on its own, but since it's a sedan, it's a fastback, it's a little different. But you should be drying your car regardless. But you need a clean cloth, and it goes a long way. Oh yes. No, this is great. See, for everyone who knocks this, trust me, it ain't just for the showers, it's for your windows too. Some people use these on the car paint, don't ever do that, that's really rough. They just think water's gonna go away, but I'm like, if you don't care about your car, it's not an issue, but I'll wipe it later anyways. This was squeegee. Doesn't move as nice, but I know, I'm breeding a squeegee, man. Maybe it's because over time. But we'll get another glass. We'll get another towel for glass. Should be good, but this should save a little bit. You can always pull up your wiper blades too, so you can get the bottom part. Yeah, so you can get a squeegee from like Dollarama or like your dollar store, and it'll do just the same thing. So if you worry about getting where the best products are or where you need to clean it, trust me, you don't need the crazy stuff. I always do the sunroof. If I don't like watermarks, if you have the sunroof open or just the shade open, you don't want to see watermarks on there. Now, of course we'll wipe it after, but this is basically getting off most of it you can. Okay. Oh my god. And just remember, squeeze out all the water you can. Oh, you can get streaks on there. But if you got all the money in the world, like let's say Bill Gates, you can go to a touchless. Not as clean, but it'll dry better though. Wintertime, you just don't know if it's ever gonna open. This car is too safe. That's how you know. Tire pressure. Let's see what the numbers are that's required for those tires to be properly inflated. Well, it's cold tire pressure and so forth. So if you ever go into the gas station, like I don't know what it is, look at the side of the car here. So, first, do a different color, blue, a light blue this time. Because I don't like watermarks on the vehicle. So anytime I see this, it shouldn't be. Whether it's wintertime or summertime, they're like, oh, it's gonna rain. I'm like, there is never a time to go, a proper time to go wash your car, so don't ever worry about it. As long as it receives a clean, it doesn't matter. It's better than not leaving it clean. All these sea colors too. Go clean the sunroof. Watermarks I did not want on here, so I'm gonna wipe it away. And that goes in the windshield too. Other side. So touch this paint now. Tell me what it feels like. It's almost like you can't feel anything like it used to be. Yeah, if you guys can take a permanent marker, label your towel somehow, or keep it separate to the point so you know which one to use. And that should be it. As you can see, the car looks amazing now. Oh my god. This auto lock needs to stop. That is it. So now you can see, I think the tires are slowly, like this will need a few more treatments, but you can feel it now. Like, it's not that dirty as it used to be, right? A few more treatments and it's gonna go back to black like my other tires, but better than what it was. Now you know what you're working with, because otherwise it just gets orange, gets nasty. You just don't know what to take care of it, right? And the fact is, your brakes now a little more cleaner too with the Iron X. So basically they help So if any brake dust that you couldn't see, that's bonded on there, now it's off. So, it's not too bad. Considering the fact, it's probably not that dirty because they probably A, didn't drive it too much, and B, it's only what, a 3-year-old vehicle? So it must have sat in most of its time in its garage, which is also another thing. Storage where your vehicle is, that's also important. So if you're in the sunlight all the time, you're basically gonna get like sun damage on your paint, you're gonna get like headlight oxidation and so forth. But if you've got a garage or like a condo or underground parking, this is the best place where it's gonna keep your vehicle. I did switch out my towels, don't worry about it. But let's have a look around. Oh, forgot about this one. Like a water spot. That is the finished product. So now, the paint's like smooth like a baby's bottom now. The rest is all like, so when you ever do like paint prep and stuff, you need to do, my rule is Iron X, like decontaminate, and then you do clay bar. This doesn't look too bad for clay bar, but it's okay. And then you can do the one-step polish or paint correction from there. And that's how you get that nice gloss out of the paint. Even right now, like you can see like, for what condition it's in, it's actually very nice. You can still see the reflection and it's not much marring and stuff, so it goes a long way. Yeah, so even these tires, like if I feel it and it's nothing, no dirt coming off, that means I did a good job cleaning it, but you could use a few more treatments. As you treat it, like I said, it's gonna go back to black, like as if like you just bought it. So it's just because of like the oxidation, the blooming from the environment, but if you can feel like this, you did a good job. So next segment, we're gonna do wet sanding scratches. So any scratches you see or door dings that you're like, oh my god, how do I get off the vehicle? Like, well, you know what? I'm gonna show you next vehicle, so next segment. So stay tuned. You're gonna see that. Plus a little bit more shenanigans too. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next episode. See ya.